On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye Volleyball is brought to you by Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Wellmark, you're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield, University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives, and by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Now live, this is Hawkeye Volleyball.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Mattori Pavilion on the campus of the University of Minnesota, where tonight the Iowa Hawkeyes take on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Minnesota 13-11 on the season, 9-7 in conference. Iowa 8-20 overall. Still battling for that first win. Gophers need a couple of wins to really probably need 3 to make sure they're comfortable, stamp their ticket for the Big Ten tournament. Need 2 at the very least to make sure they're at least close and possible. Finishing up with the starting lineups here as Minnesota's going through theirs at this point. Hawkeyes running their somewhat unusual lineup that they've been running here the last week or so. Just finishing up here again with the starting lineups for Minnesota, so trying to make sure I get those for you. But yeah, the Hawkeye starting lineup will be kind of what you've seen the last match or two. Natalie Morovic will be one of the outside hitters, Delaney McSweeney in the middle, Caitlin Buettner the other outside, Gabby Deary on the right, Bailey Ortega will be the starting setter, and Rosa Vesti is your other middle, the freshman from New Zealand, who's celebrating the longest birthday, I guess probably in the United States, as her mom texted her. Her birthday is technically tomorrow based on where we're sitting, but her mom is back in New Zealand, and of course it's tomorrow in New Zealand already, and so her mom texted her happy birthday. So Rosa's been celebrating a birthday most of today as well, gets to carry it over now. Boy, wouldn't that be fun to get a good birthday present here. Hawks lost in 5 early in the season to Minnesota over at Extreme Arena. Starting lineups for Minnesota: McKenna Wooker, Melanie Schaffmaster, Lydia Grote, Taylor Landfair, Phoebe Awalea, and Erica Davis. The libero is Kylie Muir. Hawks in black, libero Amanda Darling in white. Golden Gophers in white, libero Kylie Muir in maroon. Was supposed to be a sold-out PAV, as they call it here on campus. It is not the case so far, although there's still quite a few people streaming in. You got a DJ bumping music up in the balcony, up above Iowa's into the floor. Iowa will be on my left, Minnesota on the right. High above the court here, Taylor Landfair will serve and get us underway. Landfair fires it over. Darling, decent pass. Ortega, middle to McSweeney, puts it in the net. Ortega tried to force it a little bit to McSweeney. Didn't quite get it high enough. And Minnesota gets the night's first point. Landfair again. Off the tape, good pass from Buettner. Right side, Deary, blocked. Buettner couldn't cover, 2-0 Minnesota. Minnesota comes in averaging almost 2.5 blocks per set. Landfair again. Darling diving play. Ortega outside to Morovic. Landfair, easy dig. Wooker tips. McSweeney punches it right back to her. Wooker again. Sails it long. Saw this in the first match. If Iowa can just make Landfair move her feet in the back row, if you hit it right at her, she's going to dig it all day. But you make her move a little, make her challenging. Moravec to serve for the Hawks. Serves it in the net, 3-1 Minnesota. Iowa worked on two different serves at serve and pass. One was the 42, 43, 44 mile an hour serve, really trying to put heat on it, and then really worked on the short serve again, which was great success in Coralville. Murr punches it at Moravec. Good ball. Ortega outside. Buettner through the block, scores 3-2. Amanda Darling, flat-footed server. Went through senior night. She goes short, rolls over the tape for an ace. Wow, what a break there for the Hawks. Tied at 3. On the completely dirty. That was 3-4 spot. Off the tape, rolls over. No chance for Minnesota on that one. She puts a little more whack on that one. Wooker, good ball to Schaffmaster. Middle attacks tipped. Hawks get that up in the air. Moravec just punches it over. Schaffmaster outside. Wooker through the block. Vesti was just a touch late. 4-3 Minnesota. Lydia Grote now back to serve. Grote, the senior from Burbank, California. Wonder how she likes Minnesota winters. Fires it over long. Good choice there by Buettner. Kind of rose up, was going to jump up on her toes and play that ball. Realized it was a foot or two long, so she lets it go. Ortega and Deary to the bench. Mateo and Anna Davis into the match. Mateo hops it forward. Good strong serve. Landfair. Bad pass. She's off the court, but they're going to play it. Great play by Muir. Catches the back line. Hawks have their first lead of the night, 5-4. What an outstanding hustle play there by Kylie Muir as she goes flying into the seats on past the end of the court. Landfair, decent pass that time. Big swing through the block. That one was Davis. Tied at 5. Julia Hansen subs in for Wooker. She'll play the back row. She'll serve. Floats it over at Moravec. Mateo has to platform. Buettner, though, gets a swing off the block. Scores. Tooled Schaffmaster nicely. Got the point. Wooker will come back in. Hawks are going to make Taylor Landfair receive a whole ton of serves. That one goes down the line. Diving play there. That was actually Palabiak, and that ball goes long from Landfair. Hawks lead by 2, 7-5. Buettner goes at Murr. Great pass to Schaffmaster. Blocked up back on the Minnesota side. Uses Schaffmaster. Murr behind her to Landfair. Doubles there. Hits a sharp cross. Another thing the Hawkeyes talked about in the scouting report, Landfair on those out-of-system balls is going to really try to go thumb down into that 4-5 seam. Moravec had pulled off. She was almost in the right spot, but just still split the seam between Moravec and Darling. Good serve there at Darling. Mateo out of the middle, pushes it outside Moravec. Sails it long. Ball was behind her just a little bit. Actually, Hawks get a break on the touch. McGee had checked in to serve, so she heads back to the bench. Rosa Vesti to serve. Diving play there, good ball. Outside Landfair, big swing. That's a lot to ask of Rosa Vesti there. She was in the right place, but that ball was hot coming at her. Give Landfair the kill. Lydia Grote comes back in. Palabiak heads to the bench. Schaffmaster to the service line. 8-7 Hawks. Schaffmaster drops it in. Moravec overpass. Landfair goes up. Two-hand dunk. Tied at 8. Another thing the Hawkeyes talked about. Boy, keep it on your side of the net. High passes in the middle of the court are so much better than overpasses. Schaffmaster. Moravec uses hands. Ooh. That is rare. You can do almost anything on first contact, obviously, except for that, as she gets called for a lift. Ace serve, 9-8 Minnesota. Same spot, bad pass, Mateo. Boy, the Hawks just left the ball. Mateo puts a ball up in the middle of the floor, and 3 Hawkeyes just move away from it like it's toxic. 10-8 Minnesota. The 3-4-0 run now puts Minnesota with a 2-point lead and causes Jim Barnes to call his first timeout. Hawkeye Hoops returns to the Heartland. Tony Perkins leads the Hawks onto the big stage of Carver Hawkeye Arena. Coach McCaffrey brings back 3 starters and welcomes an array of instant impact playmakers. Plan your trip to Carver. Visit HawkeyeSports.com or call 1-800-IA-HAWKS. Speaking of Tony Perkins and the gang, they are in action right now in Carver Hawkeye Arena. Just about the first TV timeout. Iowa leads 11-7 in the early going. DeSante Bowen with 5 quick points and Tony Perkins with 4. As the Hawkeyes look to rebound from a competitive top 10 matchup, or top 10 match, as they took on Creighton earlier in the week over in Omaha. Creighton went on a run early in the second half, and Iowa could never come all the way back from that. We'll see if the timeout brings Iowa's serve receive back into good focus. Taylor Landfair 3 early kills. Caitlin Buettner matching her with 3. Each team with an ace, each team with an air. Schaffmaster fires it over. Buettner. Platform from Mateo. Good sharp cross, but a dig from Murr. Landfair. Buettner, great dig. Mateo, middle to McSweeney. Pushes it, uses Schaffmaster. Murr again. Landfair. The double's there. Buettner's there, but bad pass. Mateo, good ball. Moravec. Murr, easy dig. Schaffmaster outside to Landfair again. Blocked and falls in right behind her. Good block there. That was Davis and McSweeney. Hawks stop the run. It's 10-8 now. Landfair just kind of ducked out of the way of that. Ball was easily inside the court. Ortega and Deary back in for the Hawks. Ortega, short serve. Good ball from Wooker. Good dig up by Ortega. Outside Moravec. Off the block, scores. Tooled the block nicely on a good ball from Darling. We're tied at 10. Kylie Murr's taken half the court, and Landfair and Wooker have half. Wooker steps up to take it. Good ball to Schaffmaster. Slide to Grote. Misses wide. Took the line judge just a second to figure it out. Looked like he made the right call, though. Now the Hawks with 3 in a row lead 11-10. Ortega. Wooker, pass off the net. Schaffmaster all the way to Landfair. Easy ball for Buettner. Ortega, McSweeney scores. Hawks on a run now. 12-10 Hawks. Pav trying to get behind their team. Ortega hops it forward, floats it, good ball. Good pass from Grote. Grote from the outside. Morovic, Ortega, McSweeney, good push, but back to the Hawkeye side. Ortega takes it. Darling steps in, bad ball though. Grote gets the dig. Schaffmaster, middle. Finds the floor, that was Awalea. It's now 12-11. Landfair heads back to serve. Wastes no time and comes forward. Good strong serve. Darling, bad pass. Buechner from the back, rolls it over. Landfair, easy ball. Schaffmaster, Grote behind her. Powers it down the line off Darling, tied at 12. Landfair again bounces it forward. Good strong serve that time. Darling, oh my, pushes it over to the Minnesota side. Schaffmaster outside Wooker. Buechner hit her right in the pocket. Unfortunately, she couldn't control it. 13-12 Minnesota. Boy, this is a game of runs. Hawks will switch up serve receive, give Landfair a little different look. She comes forward and fires. Well long. Tied at 13. Which, to be fair, I thought she almost foot faulted anyway, so. Morovic now back to the service line. 13 all here in the first set. Good strong serve. Landfair, bad pass. Wooker, that ball's tight. Good swing though. She's again used that sharp cut. Buechner was in the right spot, but it deflected off McSweeney's hand. So it never got all the way to Buechner. 14-13. Minnesota on top here in the first. Morovic, bad ball. Ortega. Buechner. Oh boy, finds the floor on a little rolling one-handed shot. But again, that's if you don't hit it right at Landfair, make her move a little bit. Doesn't seem to anticipate really well. Darling punches it. A serve goes at Landfair and scores. 15-14, Hawks lead halfway through the set. See if Darling can take just a little off this one. Goes hard right same spot. Great pass this time. Dumped over. Darling diving play. But unfortunately she dove right into the feet of Ortega. And Bailey didn't yell help, help quick enough, or more of it couldn't hear her. We're tied at 15. Lydia Grote comes forward. Good serve. Darling, decent pass. Ortega behind her to Deary. Off the block, scores. 16-15 after Gabby Deary's first kill. Substitutions everywhere. Palabia comes back in for Minnesota. Mateo and Davis come back in for the Hawks. Mateo floats it at Murr. Good ball. Schaffmaster dumps. Good ball by Darling. Davis just platforms it over though. Murr. Schaffmaster. Blocked. That's 4 contacts and they get it right. Good block there by the Hawkeye middles. 17, the middle, there's only one. 17-15. Rosa Vesti does a great job on that ball. Kaya Mateo float serve at Murr. Schaffmaster a little off the net. Rifled home there. That was Erica Davis. Great ball from her. Julia Hansen will check in. She'll serve for Wooker. Little collision there, but Mateo gets it out to Buechner behind her. Dug up by Hansen, good play. Landfair just pushes it over with two hands. Davis, good high ball. Mateo, Vesti has to tip. Schaffmaster, though, takes it. Murr, the triple's there. She tips, Mateo gets it. Darling, out to Davis. Murr's there. Schaffmaster, outside. Landfair off the block. Mateo chases it down. Inside the court, Buechner. Good ball from Hansen. Outside Landfair again. Catches the back line. Good swing there. Tied at 17. Hansen, good ball. More of it. Slight overpass there. Mateo tried to go up and get it, but it was contested, so the overpass makes it 18-17. Minnesota retakes the lead. Buechner, bad pass. Same call. Boy, Mateo would have been better off leaving that one alone. Looked like Mateo came at it from underneath. Anyway, it's 19-17 on what'll have to go down as another, that might be a kill, I guess, rather than the ace serve. In any event, Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Homewood Suites and Home to Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. 19-17 here, getting into crunch time in the first set. Was just looking through the game notes for Minnesota. Actually finished the season with 4 home matches here. They're home tonight, they're home tomorrow against Ohio State, and then Thanksgiving weekend, Illinois and Nebraska. So big finish from Minnesota. But what caught me in the game notes was Kylie Murr became the second player in Big Ten history to reach 2,300 digs. So in short, she moved into second all-time on the digs list earlier this year. So actually just last Sunday against Indiana. So congratulations to her as she made that move. Teams are coming back out of the timeouts. Iowa men in a battle, 20-15. Iowa women's soccer lost a tough one. Round of 32 at the NCAA tournament today. They lost 3-2 to Georgia. Great season from Coach Diani and his gang. Hansen fires it over. Moravec, bad pass. Buechner chases it down. Mateo platforms it over. Schaffmaster perfectly in system. Landfair blocked, covered by Murr. Oh, Vesti almost blocked Davis, but couldn't get it onto the Minnesota side. And all of a sudden it's 20-17, biggest lead of the set for Minnesota. Hawks need a pass, haven't been able to make one in the last 4 balls. Much better there. Outside to Buechner. Dug up by Palabiak. Landfair inside the court. Throws it over. Mateo. Outside. Buechner. Thumb down to Murr. Schaffmaster. Landfair. Oh, Darling was in the right spot but couldn't get it dug up. 21-17. Landfair with 6. Hansen, more of a good ball to Mateo. Outside, Buechner, blocked. Goes off her foot though. Ball was out of bounds, but hit her foot. Give the point to Minnesota. 22-17. Boy, we've seen this from the Hawks a number of times. Moravec overpass. Schaffmaster delivers the dagger, 23-17. 8-0 run from Minnesota in a back and forth set. Minnesota steps on the gas, and Iowa doesn't have a response. Hansen serves it into the net. Now, to be fair, why didn't she do that 7 points ago? 23-18. See if Caitlin Buettner can bring the Hawks back. Good strong serve, but Murr puts a beauty. And Schaffmaster does a little reverse layup over into the 4 spot. Set point Minnesota, 24-18. Elise McGee into serve. Floats it over, Darling. Good ball to Mateo. Behind her to Davis. Wooker can't handle it, sends it into the crowd, 24-19. Now it'll fall to Rosa Vesti to try to bring the Hawks all the way back. Rosa gets the green light from the up ref. Floats it over, Landfair, good ball. Right side. Actually, that was back row from Wooker. Delivers the final one. It's 25-19. Minnesota takes set 1. And we'll take a break. Minnesota leads 1-0. You are listening to Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn. To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/fan of corn.
Welcome back to Maturi Pavilion. I'm John Evans. Gophers take the first set, 25-19. Kind of in a replay of the match in Coralville. Minnesota hits 342 in the set. Iowa hits 148. Blocks were even, but Iowa just can't find a way to terminate points. 2 ace serves for Iowa to just 1 for Minnesota. Digs were relatively close, but Minnesota just doing more damage. Got 11 more swings and got 9 more kills out of those 11 swings with the same number of errors. So just more efficient in doing what they're doing. Taylor Landfair, 6 kills, 2 errors, hit 250, had a couple digs and an assist. McKenna Wooker had 4 kills on 6 swings, hit 500, throwing a block for her as well. Melanie Schaffmaster, 3 kills, 12 assists. Caitlin Buettner had 4 kills, hit 300 for the Hawks, 3 digs and a block. Natalie Morovic, 2 kills, 2 digs. 4 assists from Bailey and Kaya. Hawks spread the blocks out. It'll just be important now to find a way to prevent the run, stay focused, stay engaged. You know, don't let a 2-0 run or back-to-back points turn into a 3-0 run, turn into a 6-0 run. We've seen that, boy, a number of times this year. Even the 3 and 4 point runs. Iowa showed they can come back from that against this type of team because Minnesota's not a fantastic serve receive team. So you do have an opportunity to put together some scoring runs. They're still a good out-of-system team, but they're a team you can put some pressure on if you serve well. And that'll be the task for the Hawkeyes. They keep putting pressure on, but then to do it for the entire set. Nat Morovic will get set 2 started. Good ball at Landfair, and there's an ace. And she's going to give you 3, 4, 5 points in serve receive if you go hard at her or go short at her and make her move her feet, keep her dancing around. Morovic, same spot. Better result this time. Right side from Groats, block. Onto the Hawkeye side though. Deary had pinched in and the ball hung around just on top of the net. She wasn't able to dive and get it. Kylie Murr down to serve. Morovic, tough pass off the net. Ortega behind her to Deary. Through the block and scores. Actually might have hit that off Wooker's nose. Good swing for Gabby. This ball's got to go in the 5-6 seam. Serve it right at Wooker and Landfair. She does. Good ball from Landfair. It's off the 10-foot line, though. Wooker chops it over. Morovic, good ball. Ortega sets it tight. Good tip from Buettner. Groat powers it home from the right side. That's the type of thing Coach Barnes talked about at serve and pass. When you get the dig, you really need Ortega to give Buettner a ball she can swing at. 2-all, Lydia Groat to serve. Into the tape, falls back on the Gopher side, 3-2 Hawks. Davis and Mateo back in for the Hawkeyes. Palabiak back in for the Gophers. Mateo's got to serve this. She's in the 5 or the 1 spot. Serve it right down the line at Landfair. Does. Landfair uses hands off the net again. But that was Davis. And boy, Erica Davis caught a great ball from Schaffmaster. Sent it off Darling and out of bounds. Tied at 3. And Hansen, who gave the Gophers the pull away in the first set, knocks it over at Buettner. Platform from Mateo. Dug by Hansen. Schaffmaster all the way outside to Landfair. Good roll shot. Good dig from Mateo. Darling. Buettner just has to platform it, though, because she was in the way. Outside Landfair with 1 block. Darling got caught. She really needed to backpedal as the ball was deflected over her head. She just couldn't change directions quick enough. Took a drop step, but couldn't convince her body to move. Buettner, bad pass. Hawks have to platform it over again. Outside to Landfair. Off the block inside the back line again, 5-3. I'm way above the court. I can't see if Hansen's ball is knuckling or moving, but Hawkeye passers having all kinds of trouble with this ball right now. Darling, high in the middle of the court, behind her to Buettner. Dug up by Palabiak, but Schaffmaster platformed it. But I'm not, because Iowa had run something out of system, Anna Davis was late getting over to the right side, which left Taylor Landfair with a hitting line swing, which is not a good plan for long-term success. 6-3 Minnesota. Bad pass from Morovic. Vesti from the outside gets the kill. Wow. Rosa Vesti using the beach experience. Takes a good swing. Cuts it in front of Kylie Murr, 6-4. All right, not as bad. Longer than it needed to be, but you can live through that one. Buettner, good serve at Murr. Schaffmaster, Wooker from the back, scores. Minnesota trying to keep the Hawkeye middle. Rosa Vesti from cheating out to Landfair, now starting to set Wooker out of that one spot. Elise McGee to serve, 7-4 Minnesota. Buettner overpass. Middle attack there from Awalea. Actually, that's not. Different middle in. That's Minity. Long hair covering up the numbers confused me. Tough pass. Hawks are going to have to platform it over again. Landfair. Darling. Chased down by Mateo. Morovic inside the court. Dug up by Palabiak. Landfair. Sails it long. All right, Hawks play some defense, catch a break, 8-5. Vesti to serve for the Hawks. Floats it at Landfair, and she just shanks an easy ball into the bench. 8-6. 4 ace serves for the Hawks. Really crowding Landfair on that sideline now, trying to take any ball from her, see if Vesti can push it down the line. She does. Landfair steps in, takes it. Wooker from the back row, misses wide. 8-7, Hawks right back in it. Ball's got to go to the same place. You got to make Landfair just keep playing it. Steps in, better ball again, outside to Landfair. Good sharp cross. Boy, that's goes thumb down, puts it right on the 10-foot line between the 4-5 spot. 9-7 Minnesota. That is just outstanding. Schaffmaster now to serve. Off the tape, Morovic, good ball. Mateo, McSweeney scores. 9-8, Hawks hanging around. Landfair now with 10 after that kill in the last one. Hawks really want to get the middles involved. They're going to have to start passing to get that done. Ortega now to serve. Goes at Landfair, bad pass. Murr. Darling with one hand. Problem was as she dove, she took out Buettner, who was the one person that could have chased it down. Grote with the kill from the left side, 10-8. Minnesota hitting .396 on the match. Landfair to serve. Buettner, good ball. Ortega outside, Morovic scores. Good pass, run offense. Don't let the Minnesota block just set on top of you. Morovic fires it over. Murr, good ball. Right side from Grote. And that's what you just can't serve it at Kylie Murr. Serve it at any other person in their back row, but you can't serve it at Kylie Murr. 11-9. Speaking of, Kylie Murr will serve. Morovic, good ball to Ortega. Outside, Buettner. Good sharp cross there. She goes into that 4-5 seam. Beats Murr. 11-10. Buettner with 5. Yeah, this ball's got to be in the 5-6 corner from Darling. It's got to hit. And Murr runs forward and takes it. And she gets the overpass, though, as she runs in front of Wooker and Landfair to play it. But her overpass allows the Hawkeyes to contest it. And we're tied at 11. Landfair, bad pass. Shaftmaster all the way across. Wooker, big swing, block. What a cover, though. Murr platforms it over. Deary hammers it home. Hawks have the lead, 12-11. Darling to serve again. Sails it long. Like the idea, she tried to catch Murr, maybe cheating a little bit, went right back at her. Would have liked to have seen it more down the line on one, and obviously would have liked to have seen it in. Tied at 12 now, Lydia Grote to serve. Buechner. Ortega goes way behind her. Deary tips it. Wooker. Ooh. Deary got inside the court, tried to tip it back into the 4 spot, but Murr was there, which basically led to a free ball run from Wooker, and she drilled it into the 5 corner for the point. 13-12 Minnesota. Hawks catch a break. Grote puts it in the tape. 5th service error for Minnesota. We're tied at 13. .30 kills for Minnesota, 15 for the Hawks. Kaya Mateo to serve. Anna Davis back in to play the front rows. Kaya goes at Murr. Outside Wooker. Blocked, inbounds. Rosa Vesti, Anna Davis. 14-13 Hawks lead. Murr's right in the middle of the court. Serve this over into 1 at Palabiak. Actually goes down the line at Landfair. Bad pass. Murr. Wooker sails it long. 15-13. And that, we must be on TV, brings us to the TV timeout. Hawks lead 15-13. Put together a couple of nice little runs here. Hawkeye fans, you can drive your team to a win this season by filling up with unleaded 88 with quick rewards at any Quick-Star location. Fuel up with 8 gallons or more of unleaded 88 and you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win great prize packs throughout the season. Quick-Star, proud partner of Hawkeye Volleyball. Strong run for the Hawks here. Another 3-0 run. They have a 15-13 lead. Minnesota with a couple errors now hitting 339. Iowa up to hitting 263. Been able to just limit errors and just make Minnesota beat themselves, which probably isn't a great solution to win, but so far so good on set 2. 10 kills for Taylor Landfair, 6 for McKenna Wooker. Caitlin Buechner leads the Hawks with 5. Natalie Morovic has 3, so does Gabby Deary. 8 assists for Bailey Ortega, 5 for Kaya Mateo. Digs are spread out. Caitlin Buechner, Natalie Morovic, and Amanda Darling 3 apiece. And a couple blocks from Anna Davis and Rosa Vesti. Hawks right now winning serve and receive. 4 aces to just 2 errors. Minnesota 1 ace to 5 errors. Minnesota did have that run, though, where they got a couple of overpasses. But overall, it hasn't been serve receive that's been Iowa's issue for the most part. The Hansen run started that way at the end of the first set. Mateo will try to keep it going for the Hawks. Goes at Murr. Bad pass. Landfair from the back will just platform it over. Darling steps in. Mateo. Davis on the slide. Oh, boy. Wooker with a huge play. One-on-one block. She gets it done. Hawks got exactly what they wanted, and Wooker denied. 15-14. Julia Hansen to serve. Morovic, good ball to Mateo. And give Davis the kill out of the middle that time. 16-14 Hawks. Caitlin Buettner floats it over, but right at Murr. That's hitting line ball. Landfair, big swing. Mateo gets it up in the air. Anna Davis didn't turn around and see it fast enough. Caitlin Buettner couldn't jump over everybody to get there. 16-15. Iowa clinging to the lead. Elise McGee in to serve. Senior from Kansas City. Darling, high ball, middle of the floor. Mateo, Moravec has to tip. Finds the campfire, though. Hansen cheated straight forward. Palabiak didn't move forward, just kind of stayed in her spot. 17-15. Can the Hawks finish this set better than they finished the first? Vesti, Palabiak, good ball. Slide. Catches the back line. Again, that was Minity, another Kansas City product. 17-16, Hawks lead. Melanie Schaffmaster to serve. Moravec, overpass, Grote. Tries to hurt someone, 17 all. Timeout, Coach Barnes. We're tied at 17. Minnesota took the first, 25-19. Hawks will need to come back and find an answer here. University of Iowa Healthcare has the game plan for your same-day healthcare needs. If you need treatment for a common illness or minor injury, visit one of several UI Quick Care or Urgent Care locations throughout the Iowa City, Cedar Rapids corridor. Their care and expertise will help you get back in the game. UI Healthcare is proud to sponsor your Iowa Hawkeyes. All right, this is the spot where Iowa didn't have a great response in set one. See if they can buckle up here, have a little bit better response. Minnesota back hitting .371, 33 kills, just 10 hitting errors. Iowa 17 kills, just 6 errors, but just not getting enough value out of the swings. Minnesota, 21 more attack attempts, which again kind of goes to that. Iowa's winning on the pure numbers of aces or on the serve receive, but Iowa's just not keeping control of the ball. So when Minnesota is powering it over, whether it's a serve or a strong kill attempt, Iowa's not doing a good enough job of getting a ball that they can keep track of and swing. And that's allowing Minnesota to get a lot more opportunities. Schaffmaster back to serve again. 17 all here in the second set. Moravec steps in front of Buettner and unfortunately sends it into the student section, 18-17. Buettner, good ball. Middle from McSweeney, misses wide. Boy, that's the... All right, here it is. Can you, if you're Iowa, can you flex and stop this? 4-0, 19-17 Minnesota. You got what you wanted that time. You got a good pass. You went to the middle. McSweeney missed. Who wants the ball on the Hawkeye side? Buettner, great pass. Mateo all the way across to Davis. She blows up Schaffmaster, but Murr out to Grote. Off the block, Darling. Mateo inside the court, Moravec. Murr's there. Grote from the right. 20-17. (20-17). 5 straight for Minnesota. Coach Barnes will go ahead and use his second timeout. Here in Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn benefits the entire state. It feeds our livestock, nourishes our families, provides homegrown, clean-burning fuel for our vehicles. Thank you, Iowa's corn farmers. Men's basketball nearing the end of the first half. Iowa starting to stretch out the lead a little bit, 47-39 over Arkansas State. Just checking out that box score really quick. 15 points from Ben Krikke leads the Hawks, 9 from Bowen, 8 from Josh Dix. Perkins with 6, McCaffrey with 4, and Freeman with 5. Hawkeyes shooting 50%. But boy, getting pounded on the glass. 24-14, Arkansas State leads the rebounding battle. So we come back out of timeout. Really simple answer. Hawks have to side out right here. Give themselves a reasonable chance of coming back and winning this set. Schaffmaster fires it off the tape. Buechner, good ball to Mateo. Outside Moravec, good sharp cross. You get a good pass, you kept the middle block away. Moravec hit it over at Landfair, and she just watched it land. 20-18. Bailey Ortega. Gabby Deary back in for the Hawks. Ortega goes at Landfair. Better ball all the way outside to Grote. Easy dig from Buechner. Ortega. Moravec dug by Wooker. Outside Grote. Blocked and out of bounds. 21-18, Lydia Grote's heating up. She did the same thing in Iowa City. She struggled the first 2 sets. Boy, the last 3 sets, she was on fire and tough to stop. Taylor Landfair now to serve. Buechner, bad ball. Darling, good ball to Moravec. Tips, but Schaffmaster takes it. Murr steps in. Grote from the right, through the block, onto the Minnesota side. Great diving play from Schaffmaster, but McSweeney wins the joust. And the really ironic part of that was Delaney McSweeney and Rosa Vesti were jousting in practice today. And Vesti she won one, and Coach Barnes was talking to Delaney about how to win and what to do. She did it there. 21-19, Minnesota still leads. Moravec right down the line. Wooker, long, touch called. 22-19. Kylie Murr back to serve. Moravec, good ball. Buechner drills it home. Boy, we saw that a lot at the beginning of the year. As the season kind of getting beat up took a toll on her. Haven't seen as many demolitions like that one. 22-20. Minnesota on top. Darling. Oh. Hits it into the net at the most inopportune time. 23-20. Minnesota leads. Palabiak in to serve. Moravec, good ball to Ortega. Vesti, good dig from Palabiak. Schaffmaster uses platform. Wooker hits it at Ortega. Darling steps in, good ball to Buechner. Off the block, Darling covers. Ortega, back to Buechner again. Gotta go the other way. Give Deary a swing there with the middle block sitting on top of Buechner. (24-20) set point Minnesota. Palabiak. Buechner and Moravec let it go between them. Serves it right in the seam. Neither Hawkeye reached for it, and the ace serve finishes it up. Minnesota now leads 2-0. Hawkeyes have been competitive through 35 points, but haven't found a way to finish the set yet. We'll take an extended break with a timeout. You are listening to Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/fan of corn.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oaknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
I'm Ingrid Lizarraga, breast surgeon at the University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center, the state's only NCI-designated cancer center. Here, we look beyond just the type of cancer you have to discover the molecular details of the disease. We have teams dedicated to each cancer type, with treatments and trials you won't find anywhere else in Iowa. Go to uihc.org/cancer.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/fan of corn.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, a AAA 4-diamond luxury property located just a few minutes from the Eastern Iowa Airport in downtown Cedar Rapids. Whether you're visiting for business or pleasure, the hotel is happy to welcome you. To make reservations, visit thehotelatKirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111.
Welcome back to the Maturi Pavilion, the campus of the University of Minnesota. Golden Gophers lead your Hawkeyes 2-0. As it's been an extremely competitive match until it gets to be about 17-all. And then Minnesota has answers, and Iowa unfortunately has not had those answers. See if Iowa don't really need to make a ton of adjustments through the regular course of play, but you're going to have to do something a little bit different. Minnesota hitting .357 for the match, 36 kills through 2 sets. Taylor Landfair with 11, Grote with 8, Wooker with 7. Buettner has 6 for the Hawks. They're hitting .240, so a very reasonable percentage for the Hawks. But just, again, like the first match, I can try to pull up that box score from the first match real quick. But Minnesota just had a pretty phenomenal advantage the first time around. Yeah, 76 kills. Minnesota hit 313. Iowa had 43 and hit 167 and got it into a fifth set. So if you're Iowa, it's not impossible. Landfair to serve. Darling, good high ball, middle of the floor. Ortega back row to Buechner. She has to push. Schaffmaster digs it up. Wooker. Buechner. Ortega misses McSweeney. And Deary ends up called in the net as she tries to make a play as they missed connection from McSweeney and Ortega. 1-0 Minnesota. Landfair. Darling. Ortega. That time Ortega put McSweeney right into a double block. Grote and Minity sitting right on top of her. Minnesota knows that just not going to set Deary on that outside. Buechner steps in. Ortega, slide to Deary. That time she scores on the slide, 2-1. Deary's got 4 on 6 swings, so she's been incredibly efficient. Moravec, good strong serve, and it wouldn't be a set without an ace off Taylor Landfair. Tied at 2. I poked some fun at her, but she is the Big Ten player of the year last year, so she has plenty of skills. Shows him there with a good pass. Right side from Grote, blocked, covered by, that was Minity with the cover. Wooker inside the court. Ortega one hand. Hawks are going to challenge, that would be my guess. McSweeney's called in the net. She denies it. Says absolutely not. And we'll get an instant challenge on that. So if you're the Hawks, the only thing you can win here is a replay. They do not show any of the replays on the board, so I won't even have to risk a guess. 2 challenges for each team. If you get it right, you keep it. If you miss it, you lose it. If you get to a 5th set, you get an extra one back if you've lost one along the way. A lady running around with her Skyuma blanket, I guess. There's the replay. The net starts bouncing. Didn't look like it was from McSweeney, though. We'll see. We're done with the review, so we'll see what the call is. A lot of talk with the scorer's table, and we get the replay. Was not in the net, so we'll stay tied at 2. So everybody has to go back to their respective positions. Minnesota had made an adjustment. Moravec to serve again for the Hawks. Good strong serve. Murr steps in front. Schaffmaster outside. Wooker tips. McSweeney slams it back down. Wooker, little roll shot. Wow. I'm not sure you teach that. She was facing her bench, which means if the Iowa end line is 12 o'clock, she was facing 4. And just kind of chopped it over her head and scored. Murd right down the line at Moravec. Off the net. Outside Buechner has the tip. Pancaked up by Schaffmaster. Wooker sails it long out of the middle. Vesti comes back in. McSweeney heads to the bench. Amanda Darling to serve for the Hawks. Fires it over. Landfair, good ball that time. Wooker pushes a tip, covers herself again. Grote. Boy, the Hawkeyes blocked the ball twice. Third time was a charm for Minnesota as Grote finishes it off. She has been outstanding. She heads to the bench. Palabiak will come in to serve. 4-3 Minnesota. Buechner, good ball. Behind her to Deary. Hawks cover, push it over though. Outside Wooker. She hits it right at the line, judge, and scores 5-3. Wooker now with 9. It's taken more work from her, but she's still getting it done. Palabiak floats it over. Hawks just have to kind of punch it over, but catch a break. Wooker inside the court. Darling gets a good dig. Ortega, it's a good ball. Buechner gets a tip. Wooker, a lot of traffic. Landfair from the back. Roll it at Ortega. Darling steps in. That'll give Deary a chance, but that ball's way outside the court. Palabiak, good ball. Outside Wooker. The triple was there, and she beats it. Wooker with 10. Second to double digits. When a team's hitting 345, if you give them 3 swings, that law of averages says they're going to score. Palabiak at Buechner, good ball. Ortega, boy, that ball is not very good. That ball is not very good from Minnesota. Hawks get a break. Back onto the Minnesota side. Wooker outside. Hawks are going to get a chance. Back row. Nope, Moravec has to just tip. Almost got away with it. Wooker blocked. Rosavesti, Gabby Deary. Law of averages work in the Hawkeye favor that time. I recognize what Iowa's record is, and I recognize what injuries have done to the lineup, but the team still works and still fights and still has an amazingly good time out there. Mateo, good serve. Landfair, good pass. Middle attack's blocked. Landfair covers. Outside Wooker, blocked again, but out of bounds. Julia Hansen will come back in to serve. (7-4) Minnesota. Hansen at Darling, bad pass. Into the Hawkeye bench. Ace number 4 for Minnesota. Error number 6 for Minnesota as Hansen sails that one long, 8-5. Wooker checks back in. And Caitlin Buechner now. Palabiak, good ball. Outside Landfair, has to tip. Dug up. Darling, nobody to set it to though. Buechner from the back. Palabiak, Shaftmaster, Landfair. Off the block and scores. Boy, when you're 6'5" and can go high hands, that's unfair. 9-5, she has 12. McGee, good ball at Darling. Good pass to Mateo. Slide Davis. Thought that ball stayed on Minnesota's side, but it did not. Give the block to Landfair and Minity. Gophers doubling up the Hawks, 10-5. Buechner steps in. Mateo outside Moravec. Blocked. Mateo, good cover. Off the net, Moravec. McGee, Shaftmaster. Landfair off the block. Mateo gets it. Darling, good ball to Davis. Hawks are going to get a chance. Davis Little roll shot goes wide, and it's 11-5 Minnesota. Timeout, Coach Jim Barnes. The exciting moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments, Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for it all as your healthcare champion, making healthcare more affordable with more choices for care and peace of mind no matter what comes your way. Find the plan right for you at wellmark.com/touchdown. Can't believe we're getting near the end of the season here. Iowa comes home Sunday, match 2 o'clock against number 1 ranked Nebraska. Get a chance to see the relatively young team from Lincoln, but boy, they have been a machine. They've had their moments of, hey, you might be able to beat us, and then they decide to flex their muscle and get it done. So tall task for Iowa. Will be a sellout Extreme Arena. If you're a Hawkeye fan with a ticket, get there, be loud. Nebraska travels really well, so there's going to be a lot of red in Extreme Arena on Sunday, so we'll need a lot of voices to help drown out the Cornhuskers. And then the Hawkeyes will finish it up. We leave Thanksgiving night. We head to Chicago for a match on Friday against Northwestern, 7 o'clock on BTN+. And then the road doesn't get much easier as the season will finish on Saturday night after Thanksgiving in Madison. Not sure where the Badgers are ranked now, but they've been second most of the season. Dropped another match to Penn State. But a pretty good squad. Elise McGee to serve. 11-5 Minnesota. Buechner, good ball. Mateo, slide to Davis. Dug up by McGee. Shaftmaster. Landfair off the block. Mateo, good hustle. Davis, good ball. Moravec just rolls it high. Wooker surprised. Mateo can't handle the heat from Minity. And again, that's what you see. Hawks just not able to terminate on those right side swings from Davis. You get the option. You've got to finish the point. Good serve. Buechner, tough pass. Mateo outside Moravec, fadeaway. Dug up by Landfair. Good hustle play there. Shaftmaster rolls it over. Mateo. Darling steps in, goes behind her to Moravec. Well timed, but blocked. Vesti, good cover. Landfair steps in. Wooker from the back. Tips. Mateo's there. Darling. Moravec gets a swing. Wooker, good dig. Moravec gets a swing. Misses long. 13-5. Coach Barnes will go ahead and challenge a touch. My guess is this might be as much of a timeout challenge as a challenge. Minnesota still hitting .323. Now limiting the Hawks to 125. Landfair and Wooker both in double digits, so both Minnesota outsides with 12 and 11. Grote the right side with 9. Hawks 2 outside hitters hitting .182 and .190. Buechner with 6 kills, Moravec with 5. Gabby Deary has 4, but Hawks just haven't been able to get anything going out of the middles and their other right side. Still at the monitor down there. This is my practice. I'm up at a high perch here. I'm up in the rafters of Maturi Pavilion, which I think when I get to go to Wisconsin, I stand corrected. Coach Barnes is on a roll. He gets the touch call. The Hawks get the point. That'll make it now 12-6. So give the kill to Moravec. She'll have 6 now. And Rosa Vesti will be back to serve once everything gets organized. Morovic hitting .286 now. Landfair, good ball. Outside swing, dug up by Vesti. Mateo. Buettner has to just platform it over. Does a great job though, but oh man. Minity hit it into the one corner, and Buettner just needed to take one more step. Instead tried to reach. Arms just weren't quite long enough. 13-6. Melanie Schaffmaster to serve. Good flat serve, bad pass. Darling, good ball to Morovic, and she does sail that one long. That becomes the first error for Morovic. And Iowa in a bit of trouble here, 14-6. Schaffmaster sails it long, 14-7. Seventh service error for Minnesota. Bailey Ortega back in. But Minnesota, 44 kills to 21 for Iowa. Ortega goes at Landfair. Good pass this time again. Grote gets it past Ortega. Grote becomes the third Gopher in double figures with 10. She is bouncy too. She's very excitable. Gets a block, gets that kill. High-fiving everybody over there. I like the enthusiasm. Landfair to serve. Buettner, good ball. Ortega, slide to Deary. Schaffmaster, good dig. That was Schnickels. She's new. Freshman checks in. No, that's Crowell. Crowell with the kill. Oh, Landfair. If Amanda Darling got every bit of luck when she hit the tape and rolled over, Landfair got every bit of unluck there. Hits the same tape. Took a peek onto the Hawkeye side, but fell back on the Gopher side. 16-8. Morovic to serve. And she just puts it straight into the net. No real drama there. Drama in Carver Hawkeye, 56-44. Iowa men on top of Arkansas State. Kylie Murr to serve here. Darling runs up to take it. Ortega behind her to Deary. Great swing there. Deary gets the kill. Give her a handful now. Amanda Darling well behind the service line. She stands flat-footed, flops it over. Landfair, good ball. Crowell blocked. Can't be covered. Funny enough, the Hawkeye block is even with Minnesota. Each team with 6. Darling does the same thing she did early. As he hits a short serve, hits it off the tape. Landfair committed way too early to dive. And then when the ball hit the tape, it just changed the trajectory. 17-11. Fires the fastball. Kind of knew that was coming after the short serve, that she was going to go hard. Put too much on it though, sailed it long. Palabiak in to serve. She comes in for Crowell. 18-11 Minnesota. Morovic, bad ball. Ortega behind her to Deary. Blocked but covered up. Hawks cover. Ortega. Deary again blocked. This time it finds the middle of the floor on the Hawkeye side. 19-11. Coach Barnes uses his last timeout. with Minnesota 6 points away from the sweep. Hawkeye fans, get a taste of game day at your home by stopping by Molly's Cupcakes and picking up your favorite cookie or Rice Krispie treat to satisfy your sweet tooth craving. Molly's Cupcakes, located off Clinton Street in the heart of downtown Iowa City. (19-11) Minnesota leads here in the third. Yeah, you look through the only stat that's glaring. Minnesota outdigging the Hawks 38-29, outblocking the Hawks 7-6. Iowa Aces 6-4 lead. They're better in service errors. Iowa only has 5, Minnesota has 8. But boy, the kills number is just stunning again. 46 kills for Minnesota on 14 errors, hitting .323. Iowa 22 kills on 12 errors, hitting .130. So Minnesota has 22 more swings and 24 more kills. So just doing more with the opportunities. And part of that is first pass, but part of it is second pass as well. Even out of system, can you get a ball that your hitter can swing at aggressively? And Iowa struggled with that so far. Palabiak. Moravec, good ball that time. Ortega middle to Vesti. And Palabiak gets the very rare dig kill as she takes it off the chest and fired it over into the 4-5 spot, and nobody for the Hawk responded. Moravec, good ball again to Ortega. Slide to Deary, off the block. Palabiak with just the dig this time. Landfair, holy cow. Great ball to Wooker, who sailed it to the lady with the blanket. And she is, let's see, 6'12", 20 feet, 25 feet off the court. Not her best swing. She still has 11 kills, which is at least 11 more than I would have. Mateo to serve. Hawks got a big hill to climb. Palabiak, good ball. Outside Wooker. Dug by Moravec. Mateo, good ball to Buettner. Murr gets it up in the air. Shaftmaster back row Landfair. Mateo gets it in the air. Darling's arms aren't long enough as she goes crashing into the scorer's table. 21-18. Julia Hansen now to serve. Moravec, decent ball. Mateo outside Buettner off the block. Oh, great hustle there from Hansen. Labiak got it up in the air. Hansen went flying into her teammates and her bench, but couldn't get it up in the air. Want to give Zainab Palabiak her full credit, as that is her first career kill. Not Melanie Schaffmaster's first career kill, as she takes a perfect pass from Taylor Landfair and dunks it over with the left hand. 22-13. Vesti did not go. Actually, that was probably Moravec that should have been there on Schaffmaster. McGee to serve. Mateo. Hawks get that ball over. Darling. Mateo behind Moravec. McGee punches it in the air. Wooker. Good ball to Landfair, but Vesti with the block on Taylor Landfair. (22-14). Vesti to serve. Floats over a beauty. Good play there by Minity. Outside Landfair. Dug by Buettner. Mateo. Moravec, good push, but a great dig from Murr. Mateo takes the free ball. Davis tries to chop it down the line and misses. Melanie Schaffmaster to serve. Gophers 2 points away, 23-14. Buettner, Mateo, inside the court to Morovic. And after 2 competitive sets, Minnesota stepped on the gas here in set 3. Much earlier than they did in the first 2. Buettner, good ball. Mateo, inside the court again to Morovic. Good dig from Murr. Right side to Crowell. She tips. And the Hawks just kind of misplay that. That'll probably end up a Crowell kill. And Minnesota wins the match 25-19, 25-20, and then 25-14 in the third. Hawks really just didn't have any answer for the Minnesota offense. 50 kills for Minnesota. Iowa did have 7 blocks, but 50 kills to just 23 for Iowa. 315 hitting to 103 for the Hawks. Give Landfair 13, Wooker 11, Grote 10. 38 assists for Melanie Schaffmaster. 10 digs for Palabiak. 10 for Kylie Murr. On the Iowa side, you had 7 kills from Caitlin Buettner. You had 6 from Natalie Morovic, 5 from Gabby Deary, 11 assists for Bailey Ortega, 9 for Kaya Mateo, 3 ace serves for Amanda Darling, 8 digs for Kaya Mateo, 6 for Amanda Darling, 6 for Caitlin Buettner. You had 5 blocks from Rosa Vesti. So you kind of hope, the Iowa side of it is you hope that, Gabby Deary, Rosa Vesti, the freshmen playing in this environment, they come back, they grow, they learn, and you just keep getting better. You just keep finding ways to improve. Iowa, again, back in action Sunday, 2 o'clock. We'll be back in Extreme Arena taking on the #1 ranked Nebraska Cornhuskers. Coach Barnes will never make it up to me tonight, so we will go ahead and sign off a little quickly tonight, but appreciate you tuning in, appreciate you listening. Catch Iowa football tomorrow and catch us on Sunday. Men's basketball, one last update, 59-45, just under 14 minutes to go in the game. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm John Evans. Thanks for listening to Iowa Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar. Have a great evening, and go Hawks.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this has been Iowa Hawkeye Volleyball, brought to you by Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Wellmark, you're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield, University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives, and by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.